Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you. Greetings there. I'm Alex Baer, CEO and founder of Genius Juice, and this is episode 65 of 15 Minutes of Genius. Usually it's about 20 to 22 minutes of genius, so it's just a formality that we're calling the show 15 because it sounds good. So we got an awesome guest in a new kind of category. We never had someone like this on the show. Definitely no one with this size of a beard. So that's also a first for us. Before welcoming him on our show, just a big plug to Mark Nicholas, Mark N. at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. He's the guy that's putting this entire production together. I'm not even here right now. I think I'm in like the Bahamas, and he's like piping me in through hologram, and it makes me look like I'm actually here. But seriously, Mark N. at ManhattanBeachStudios.net. Make sure to reach out to him. He does podcasts, he does videos, he does audios, he does photos, he does everything. Great guy. So our guest, Danny Catullo, he is the CCO, that's Chief Client Officer, and co-founder of Perishable Shipping Solutions, better known as PSS. They are one of the leading perishable shipping solutions. I'm saying the name of the company, but it's what they do in the country. We are with them. Many other brands are with them, such as Vive Organic, such as Keto Vast. They do a lot of different, a lot of different businesses, a lot of different customers all over the country. They're awesome. Great coverage. Danny, how you doing, my man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we were talking offline. Tell us a story behind your beard. Why is it that long? What's going on?
Well, so, as you said, I'm a co-founder. So, I still have the startup mentality. And we were working with our board on what our revenue goal is going to be this year and how many clients we were going to bring on and packages we were going to ship out. And I said, this is our goal, and I'm not going to shave the beard until we hit it. And we finally got the deal locked in last night. And my kids are totally pumped. They want to shave the beard off and see what I look like being a baby face again.
Love it. Yeah, because there's a little bit of a shock factor because, like, I've never met you in person, right? I think I did meet you once, right, at Expo West.
Once at a food show, yeah.
Yeah, very briefly, and that was a blur, so I briefly forgot. But met you once, no beard. I saw you in LinkedIn picture, no beard. Then you pop up on here. First time I've seen you in person for, I think, 2.5 years. Huge beard. So
full beard.
Full on.
Actually, I first met you in person right before your Shark Tank episode, I believe. Like you were just about to go on.
Yeah, exactly.
They were going to show you live. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think Expo West. Yeah, I do remember that. And it was awesome because I remember, just to kind of go into a plug, but this is a real authentic plug, is that we launched with PSS in 2019. We aired in 2020 on Shark Tank, January 20th, 2020. The preparation, your team, you have like almost like a Shark Tank proficient team that has become experts on how to manage brands that are launching, that are airing on Shark Tank, and how to fulfill orders. And I could say, like, we barely ran behind. The only reason is actually really funny because the day after we aired, I had to go to the Fancy Food Show, January 21st, 2020. So
you're flying out.
I flew out the next morning. I got no sleep. I couldn't sleep because my computer, my phone, every time an order came in, it was like ding, ding, ding. Wouldn't stop the entire night. And I get to the show, and then I get a call, I think from you, or I think it's either you or it was one of these. So it was you, and you're looking because you're all hands on deck. You're looking at the orders. You're trying to fulfill all of them. We shipped to you. I think originally when we planned this whole thing out, you're like, you and Mark's the CEO, one of the co-founders, your partner. He was like, okay, Alex, I think I would expect about maybe 1,000 orders, maybe about 1,500. Overnight, we got 3,500. And so I remember the call from you where you said, Alex, do you have product in your warehouse right now? I'm like, yes, we do. Whatever you have, just ship it. Just ship it. Like 5 pallets, 10 pallets. Like, we're going to blow through it. Just whatever you can get over to us. And I remember, not to derail this whole thing, but I was sitting at the Fancy Food Show in a corner plugging my phone in, people are looking at me like people I was trying to meet with. Look, I was stressed out. My head was down. I was in a corner. It's like I was in an insane asylum, just like literally crouched on my phone like a gremlin. And, I had to coordinate all this with my ops team to get you product. But you guys fulfill the orders. You got it all done in great rainbow colors. And so thank you for being awesome partners. So that's my microphone drop. That's my story.
It's so amazing that your biggest moments, of being a founder and working your butt off to get to those, and yet you get there and it's so hard to even enjoy it because there's just so much to do. And you just had so much that you going on that day and all these people want to meet with you. And there's no moment to actually enjoy the victory of what you got to experience. It's just, part of the startup world, I guess.
Exactly. It's really funny. We just had Michael Pan on the show, the CEO of Pan's Mushroom Jerky. And he was on two episodes ago for episode 63. And he was talking about that they were shipping out, they were producing 24/7, still to this day they are, 4 months after the airing of Shark Tank. And then they got an update airing 4 months after the initial airing. I mean, isn't that insane? Usually the updates are 2 years later or 3. Yep. 4 months later, they came with a camera crew to his production facility. They couldn't even stop. They had to just, he was busy producing. And he said that it was still to this day, 4 or 5 months later, 24/7 production. So, wow. And he had to hire 30 new people. I think he tripled his capacity, tripled his employee count out of this facility. He's not co-packing, so it's a facility in Portland, Oregon, and it's nuts. So let's talk about you. We can go on forever about all these customer stories. So tell us about PSS. What makes you guys unique? I already know, being a longtime client for the last few years, but tell us more about PSS, the business, and what kind of products that you ship.
Yeah, so I mean, my philosophy, from running the company, we're definitely try to be very customer focused. And there's the consumer that's buying from our clients, that we have to be cautious and careful and very conscientious about the way that we're shipping to them. And then it's also our clients, and we want to be a strategic partner with them so that we could be able to find the best logistical solutions to their product. And it really started with myself, and the way that I started shipping was with my family's butcher shop. I was doing it by myself 16 years ago on Shopify, went on Amazon, tried to do shipping. And I came from that approach of, it's pretty scary to give away your baby to somebody else, your product that you work so hard to create and that you want it to come perfectly to every single consumer. And I try to take that approach with the company as well. So we try to be very client and consumer focused.
And it's really amazing, client, consumer focused, also data focused. That's a big thing where you're literally digging through data. And whenever we have our quarterly review, which is actually, coming up, where Jessica meets with us, you meet with us, you go through, okay, here's the amount of shipments, here's where the areas they went to, here are the states it went to, and you literally break down, here are the states where it's at the best. So maybe you want to put more marketing into these states. So it's really cool. Tell us more about how data really plays a role in the client relationships at PSS.
Yeah, and you had mentioned earlier just about the Shark Tank episodes. It's about creating a playbook. So, we're learning through the aggregate what's working online, price points, particular states or zip codes, what the configuration should be, how heavy the packages should be. All those different things that we are learning is coming through to us in a data form. And we need to organize that and make it into a digestible way so that our clients can be able to consume it and think about how it could apply to their business. One of the things that we did for your business early on, I believe it was early last year, was develop a 3-day pack code. You were shipping out packages. Florida became, a large state for you. You knew that in the future we were adding more warehouses, but you needed something to be able to travel for 3 days and not have to pay for FedEx 2-day air. We took the data, your data, and saw that these was a solution that we can easily add to your account and be able to do a significant cost savings so you didn't have to worry about those express shipments anymore.
Exactly. So yeah, the 3-day pack out. So just what Danny's also talking about is with the Shark Tank orders, it was just like balls to the walls, just like in a rush, getting things out, getting packages out. And what's cool about PSS is they looked at the entire thing. Like we're frantic on our side, right? Just to like fulfill the orders in production, is they look at the big picture strategically. And one thing that PSS figured out is that 2-day air is way more expensive than doing a 3-day pack out ground. So if we're shipping to Florida, south tip of Florida, south tip of Texas, which are all like tough areas to get to, parts of rural Colorado, he's like, let's do a 3-day pack out. We put in more ice, or well, not ice, but ice packs. And basically it will get there cold and also will cost you much less. And I can say, Danny, like a testimonial, right? Huge testimonial. You can put this on the website. Is we have a very perishable product, a very sensitive product. It's a smoothie. It's freshly made. Like it can go, you leave it out, it can go bad within like an hour, within a few hours. So I have not seen one complaint in the last 4 or 5 months, at least as long as I can remember, for product arriving spoiled. Not one complaint.
That's good to hear.
And obviously in the beginning, we figured out that if it's not packed with enough ice, it could arrive spoiled, especially in the summer, these really hot months. Since we switched to the 3-day, these advanced pack outs with more ice, more insulation, I mean, it's awesome. And I think so that's really been a big impact, because I would rather pay a little bit extra for an ice pack and like 5 cents more for labor than pay, $30 to reship out product to them, right? And then on top of that, waste product that's really, it's like liquid gold in these bottles. Those are real coconuts from trees that are going to waste. So tell us about where you go from here, right? You're growing. You have 2 warehouses. You have one in Youngstown. You have one in Sacramento. You guys raised I think a $7 million round.
8.7. So
8.7.
Almost 9 million.
Yeah, once it goes beyond like 5 million, to start losing count. It's just something. It's in the multi-millions. But tell us, what are your expansion plans? Are you going to open more warehouses? Like, what's the future for PSS?
Yeah, so really exciting. And when we were able to raise our Series A, we made a major hire. We got to hire a COO. At the time when I first met you, I was running operations, wearing that hat, and then also being client strategy.
You have a life again.
And so, we have a great partner that we brought on to be our COO, Stephanie Riffle, who came from Chewy.com, helped grow their operation from 1 to 13 warehouses. And her and I have been on the forefront of growing, strategy as far as what we're going to do warehouse-wise. So next warehouse is in New Jersey. We're going to be opening up that in July.
Love it.
And then we're also looking to open up one in Texas, and that'll be at the end of Q4. With New Jersey, we'll have 60% of the population in 1-day ground. So
that's amazing.
Major to be 1 day away. We know that that's what consumers are starting to expect. That's where the market is going. Mm-hmm. And I think it's also just important to lower your transportation costs and also your packaging costs. Because if we can put things into a smaller cooler and it's going to the consumer faster, it's just going to do better, for any e-commerce businesses out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it was really cool that I got an email from you and from Mark. And normally when I get an email that says pricing in it from any, vendor, it usually means pricing is going up. It was one of the few emails that I ever get from any partner that says, oh, your costs are actually going down. And I'm like, really? So, I mean, it's so cool. I can't say enough about the partnership, but that's going to be awesome strategically to have all those different warehouses with a product like ours that's heavy and has ice packs. Tell us about what other kind of clients you have. I know you have meat, you have juices. Tell us more about your clientele list.
Yeah, and Alex, we focus on small brands, mid-sized brands, but we're also working with some large public companies as well. What we're really looking for as far as clients is ones that are willing to be a partner with us. There are plenty of places that will do pick pack for you. We want to strategize with you. We want to find ways to help you grow your business. We want to be your 3PL logistical partner. If it's cross warehouse transportation and that's a service that you want us to provide, let's talk through that. If it's more warehouses in certain locations, again, let's make decisions together that's going to be best for you, your inventory, your turn rates, and your product. So our clients that we're bringing on now and in the past year or two are all over the spectrum. We have meat clients, we have yogurt clients, we have pies and cheesecakes, plant-based burgers. We just brought on another Shark Tank client, Everything Legendary, that was just on to do out their plant-based burgers.
Mm-hmm.
We're willing to ship anything that's food, and really finding out partners that we could be able to strategically grow their business. So that's what we're really looking for.
Love it. There was a quote by Woody Allen. I'm probably going to screw this up. But he said, like, success is about showing up. That's half the battle. 50% of success is showing up, right? Showing up at a meeting, showing up for work. You guys not only showed up, you've been in existence, right, in business for many years, and timing. COVID hit, and that propelled online ordering and online shipping. I can only imagine the effect it had on your business in a positive way, right? Where despite many people went through negative experiences, you guys were able to get the positive end of the stick from COVID. Tell us more about the effects of it. How much did your orders go up? How did you see your business scale? How was it working with clients that had got record orders? I mean, tell us more about that whole experience that's still going on today.
I just remember it was like right around St. Patrick's Day, and I called up Mark, my partner, and Ruben, my other partner, and I was like, there's something in the data. It's just not making sense. Like everybody was up a little bit. And when COVID first started happening and people were rushing to the grocery stores, there was really like a pause on online ordering. And then if you wanted a premium product, the grocery stores weren't able to hold up restocking that. They were so worried about toilet paper, antibacterial soap, hand sanitizer, essential goods, if you will. And the premium products weren't getting the shelf space that they deserve. So the only place to really go and find them was online. Mm-hmm. Our business went up about 3x in a matter of 2 weeks.
Wow.
And it was sort of just a wild time, and also scary too, because we didn't know how we were going to operate during this environment as well. And it turned into a lot of split shifts, turned into a lot of cleaning, trying to keep people safe. Yeah, I like to say, like, I went to Ohio State and there was no class on operating during a pandemic.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to figure it out as you're going along. And to your point, I had plenty of friends that were in food businesses that weren't doing well. So that weren't an online business or were a restaurant. So it's a really difficult, like, should we be excited during a pandemic? It was a very interesting time to be an operator in a business that was thriving during a time where the world was sort of hurting.
Yeah. And I still remember when we met, right, in 2019, you convinced us to go online because, like, it's very hard to find the right solution, right, for perishable. And again, I keep mentioning your company name, but it's built into, what you do. And so perishable, right? And I was scared to go into it. I'm like, can this be cost effective? Can this be done? Will it get there cold? Will it get to the customer and not spoil? I don't want to make anyone sick if it arrives, spoiled or cultured or whatever it is. And you and Mark, like, you went to my booth, you talked to me, you're like, let's do this. Like, we can handle it. We're proficient at it. We have data. We're going to pack it correctly. It's eco-friendly. We're not using, I'm like, I don't want to use styrofoam. We're like, we don't use styrofoam. We use like a biodegradable, insulation, like cornstarch, I believe. So you convinced me to go on to e-commerce in 2019. Sales were slow, right? We weren't really pushing. Shark Tank hit. COVID hit. We re-aired on Shark Tank 2 weeks after you were talking about St. Patrick's Day. We re-aired on March 26th. I think on March 27th, and we saw the sales explode. So, I mean, I guess I don't know the complete point of my story, but I think you can make things work, and you got to be prepared. And we were prepared to go online because of the Shark Tank, because of our, having a great partner. and we really leveraged that opportunity. But it's important because the service that you provided to me was very valuable because it kept people out of harm's way. It kept people out of stores, out of the public, people that might, get really sick if they caught COVID. So I think what you did is really like a really humanitarian thing, even though your business is making it more convenient for people to get items that they really want, especially premium items. So.
Yeah, and my goal, as I started the business, and I've been an entrepreneur since I got out of college, and had some ideas that worked, some that didn't. But my goal is to change the world. Like, that's what I want to do. And what I want to do is I want to be able to provide access to plenty of premium products within a day. And to do that, we need to grow our warehouse footprint. We need to convince other brands like yourself to be online and to make their products available. But if we could provide access to premium quality food to everywhere in the country, I'll take that as changing the world. Yeah,
that's definitely a feather in your cap is just is not even nailing it. It's a huge accomplishment. And key thing that a lot of people don't know, like on Amazon, right? On Amazon, if it's perishable, it's usually vendor fulfilled. We're the ones fulfilling it, and the option we have, PSS, to do that. So I think, a stat that I read is that before the pandemic, I think 3% of all consumers were ordering online. They're predicting by 2025, that would be about 20%. We hit 24% during the pandemic, and it's gone back down a little bit. I think it's down to like 15 right now.
15, yeah.
Yeah, so it's insane, man. It must feel good where, despite the circumstances, right place, right time, an overnight success, and a big beard in the making. So
that's it.
Cool, dude.
Can't wait to shave it off. It's gonna feel good.
Yeah. When is that day happening? I mean, if we have you back for another episode, we'll have the beard episode and the non-beard episode.
So. I like it. Yeah. Hopefully this weekend. The kids say they want to do it.
Right on. Well, we're taping this Thursday night, so it's coming up very quick. So, and then your kids can they can kiss you again. So
that's it.
Awesome. All right, so let's go into our next, and it's big congrats, by the way. Just grateful to be partners with you, Danny, and you and Mark. You've been great to us. You've allowed us to get our product out to anyone in the country, wherever they live. And our mission from the start, right, your mission, changing the world, which is an awesome mission, and you're fulfilling that. Our mission is to bring nutrition to the mainstream. That's our mission, bring nutrient-dense products to the mainstream, make it accessible, and also affordable. And with our partnership, you're opening those doors to allow us to do that. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go into our next segment, which is called Rapid Fire Questions. Rapid Fire Questions. All right. So we're going to go through a bunch of questions. You're going to have a bunch of answers. Ready?
Let's do it.
NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
NSYNC.
First one to say NSYNC in a while. I thought like JT. Come on, guys.
JT, let's go.
I mean, he's way more talented than all those.
It's JT greater than anyone.
I know, exactly. He's like Paul McCartney, Beatles. First thing you do when you wake up?
Coffee.
Movie,
turn on the coffee.
Turn on the coffee. Movie you can watch an unlimited amount of times.
Top Gun.
Top Gun. Well, I just watched Rain Man.
Yes.
Have you seen that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
97X. Bam. The future of rock and roll. Anyone who doesn't get that, watch the freaking movie. Songs you can listen to an unlimited amount of times.
Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, Otis Redding.
Love it. Love it. Watching the time go, what is it? Something away? I screwed up the lyrics.
Go away.
Go away. That's it. Favorite sport to watch?
Say football.
Football. By the way, I'm a big Sam Cooke fan. Do you like Sam Cooke? Same
I love Sam Cooke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Like, Cupid, draw back your bow and let your arrow flow. All right, so Zoom. I'm here for karaoke after this episode. Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or Google Meet? Which one do you like the most?
We're on Teams, but Zoom's better.
Totally. All these companies, man, like, again, not to complain, but like our finance company, PSS, everyone's on freaking Teams. And I'm like, Zoom, like, come on.
It's great. It's great for files, but no. Zoom.
Yeah. It has kind of the, what is that? The integration, right, to your system. That's why people use it, right? Yeah. But Zoom for life, man. I'm going to get a tattoo. Zoom, I'm just kidding. Zoom for life. What is your spirit animal?
Spirit animal is a jaguar.
Nice. I thought you were going to say lion because of the beard. Window seat or aisle seat on an airplane?
Aisle seat. Used to be window, but moved to aisle. Grew up. Had to do it.
Good move. Peanut butter or almond butter or neither?
No, I like both. I just stare like at the aisle, like, do I want to pay extra for almond butter today or not?
Exactly.
Like, because I love them both.
I do the same thing, man. I see. My favorite brand is Maranatha almond butter.
That's good.
And the organic single source, meaning just almond butter, non-roasted raw almond butter, $19.99 for a jar at Whole Foods. And then the peanut butter,
that's so good,
organic, it's like $6.99. I'm like, this is painful. So they should do a blend, like peanut almond butter, and then like make the price like $10 or something. You know,
that would be. You just thought of an idea. Let's go.
I did. Mark, we're gonna edit that out so no one else can take our idea. All right. Omnivore, flexitarian, vegetarian, or vegan?
Omnivore. Yeah.
Cold weather.
I like everything.
Cold weather or hot weather?
Hot weather.
Yep. LeBron James or MJ? I think I know the answer, but.
LeBron James.
Yep. Ohio man. Ginger or turmeric?
Both. Turmeric. I'm going to go today.
Right on. Favorite food or drink if you're stuck on a deserted island and you cannot say any client that you have? None of those.
Okay. Well, my death meal is braised short ribs over mashed potatoes with freshly made biscuits. And of course, a little bit of gravy.
Nice. I think that's on an island, I believe. I think Gordon Ramsay has a house on an island, and he could just prepare that for you. So
yeah, we didn't say it was a deserted island. I mean, there better be a chef there for me.
Exactly. There definitely is. There's a Hell's Kitchen somewhere on that island.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Well, that is Rapid Fire Questions with Danny Catullo, CCO and co-founder of a thriving, awesome business, Perishable Shipping Solutions. Man, really good to see you, bro, and thank you for the partnership, and glad things are going great, and thanks for joining us on such short notice.
Thank you.
All right, have a wonderful night. Can't wait to see you next time without the beard. All right, so that's episode 65 in the books of 15 Minutes of Genius. One more plug for Mark Nicholas, Mark N. at habitstudios.net. Everything is right down here. You can contact him for all your editing desires. Also, I'm going to mention in the comment box, because I forgot to ask him, Danny's email and also the website, so that you can go there, find out more. If you have a perishable product, you can ship with him anywhere in the country. That's pretty cool, and it's affordable too. So again, episode 65 in the books. And one last thing, stay perishable and genius, my friends. Genius for life. Coconut smoothies coming at you.